It was both a strange and telling anomaly this season that Camp Point Central should be the last boys basketball team standing in our area, especially after being the last to get started. Now, viewed purely from a pigskin perspective, that is a pretty awesome problem to have. That a state championship football game appearance by Brad Dixon's Panthers would delay the start of the winter sports season. But if you are the head basketball coach, it's still very much a problem in terms of preparation. It is a credit then to both James Barnett and his late arriving roster pieces that somehow from the seeds of that less than advantageous scenario, the Panthers wove together a campaign that ranks with the best in program history. And they did so with volition from the opening tip. Sure, the basketball legs weren't exactly there in an opening night 10-point loss to Brown County. But the earmarks of what would make this team the eventual bellwether for our area were plain to see even back then. The balance, the toughness, and especially the team cohesion. Winning begets winning. And in 3 different sports now, we have seen the mentality of being a Panther and chasing excellence of the highest ilk be translatable and contagious. Basketball was no exception. Central would win 7 straight games after that opening night loss, including a transformational effort against Quincy Notre Dame. And the only 2 games the Panthers dropped prior to the new year were to strong programs in Lexington and Illini Bluffs at the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. Games this squad seemed to grow from, one of the real distinguishing traits to James Barnett-led teams. A loss to top-ranked Rout at the Winchester Invitational would be the Panthers' only regular season defeat in the 2023 calendar. And that spurred a 13-game win streak that carried Central to a school record-matching 27 total wins and the brink of the first-ever sectional title in program history. A goal dashed once again by a terrific Illini Bluff squad in Bushnell in a game that proved to be one of the most entertaining and spirited battles of the entire season. And at the heart of it all, a man who definitely nuanced his roster into the deepest and most difficult run in Illinois basketball, whilst constantly deflecting all credit to his players. And maybe that is the beauty of James Barnett-styled leadership. He is never the show himself, never the center of attention, but so very clearly the center of gravity for what was at work here. Yes, Central had terrific kids who responded positively, seemingly after every timeout and recalibration. But also, let's not lose sight of the man who was calling those timeouts and the impact of his corrections. James Barnett coached this season like a man who knew his team better than any other coach knew theirs. His ability to push and pull back was the coursing heartbeat in the best boys basketball campaign we had in the Tri-States. And perhaps it's high time that we all stop taking this man's quiet excellence for granted. A well-deserved congratulations, then, to James Barnett of Camp Point Central, your 2023 KHQA Boys Basketball Coach of the Year.